Across Uganda, universities are bursting with brilliant ideas, research, inventions and innovations that can solve real problems. But too often these ideas remain trapped within academic walls.
In this study, we aim to, first of all, to map what are those existing innovations in the public institutions across the country. So we are moving to all public universities.
This project explores how universities can move beyond just teaching and researching to actively transforming communities, creating jobs for the youth, and building businesses.
So we are going to all the 12 public universities to ensure that we map out, we find out what innovation they have, and how are they doing it. Does community participate in this, or it is just the universities just come up with their ideas after winning grants and then they do it?
Professor Medad of Mbarara University emphasized the importance of actively involving both the community and industry in university research to ensure that projects are relevant and deliver tangible benefits to society.
We need a very strong working strategy with the community and industry, because the industry knows exactly what is needed on the market. The community are the ones that face most of these pressing challenges. So we need to get funds in terms of facilitating that working relationship.
Despite significant challenges, especially limited funding, public universities have successfully implemented numerous projects that have transformed communities, created employment, mostly for the youth, and supported the growth of local businesses.
Our study, or this project that is funded by UNESCO, is to look for alternative methods or strategies that can be used to manage banana Sanctomonas wilt. The agricultural practices and cultural practices out there are very ineffective to control banana wilt disease. As we all know, the indigenous or local farmers are using urine or ash. They are cutting down plantations, so they either find these practices too cumbersome and expensive, or they are just not effective. The technology that we want to develop is that we call the bacteriophage technology.
Yeah, as one of the core functions of a university is community service. So Capstone has made a big impact on the community, because as part of our responsibility, we also attend to the patients who are admitted at the training hospital, which is Kabale Regional Referral Hospital. So in that way, Kabale University, especially Kabale University School of Medicine, has contributed to the improvement in the health of our patients and the community.
In dermatology, there was a patient who was badly off, had gone to very many doctors, giving different prescriptions, drugs, as I should say, and had given up, had lost hope. Then when we saw the patient with our lecturer, we were able to help this patient. Within a month, the patient was back to normal.
I led a team of scientists from Mbarara University, from Naro, from Bishop Stewart University and Biogas Solutions Uganda, after getting some seed funding from private sector foundation. So we formulated a 3-in-1 organic fertilizer, which we call organic NPK fertilizer. It has nitrogen nutrients, phosphorus, and potassium. And these nutrients are combined together in one single application. And when you look at some of these biodigesters we put here, they help us train farmers in the community, but also students to learn practical experience. So they come here and do practical experimentation. They make the fertilizer themselves. We use local materials, very affordable, easy to find, what we call organic wastes. So they are the ones that we formulate, we work together to formulate this 3-in-1 organic fertilizer. So we have established 11 biodigesters in the community. Some are in Shema, others in Chiruhura, others in Isinjiro, others are in Mbarara City, and then we have 2 in Bishop Stewart and 1 in Naro. So we are using that as a case to say, can we get away from synthetic fertilizers which are harmless to our soils, but also which are harmful to our soils, but also they're harmful to our health. And we've seen that one of the challenges of declining crop productivity is continuous application of artificial fertilizers. So we have now come up with a solution on how we can promote organic farming techniques.
In Mbarara district, we spoke with farmers who adopted the biogas technology, and they testified that their harvests have nearly doubled since its adoption.
And farmers have benefited because the testimonies are that if we apply this, the production increases.
Our innovation of the 3-in-1 organic fertilizer has been able to demonstrate value for production. Because in the community that we visited yesterday, in Ibare, the grape farmers, there is a testimony that initially the production of grapes on 1 acreage, that was in 2021 when we started the innovation, in 1 acre they were getting 326 kilograms. But after applying a 3-in-1 organic fertilizer, which is superior to the existing fertilizers, including even cattle dung, cattle manure, they were able to generate 527 kilograms on 1 acre, which is almost double of what they were always getting.
Beyond scientific innovations, universities have significantly influenced policy development through research and dialogue, as testified by Dr. Seru Yange from Makerere University.
Done a number of research where, when it comes to data collection, dissemination, preparation, is a collection of different stakeholders. For us, we are not focusing on sometimes only high class. I told you, even invite people who are selling charcoal, who are dealing in charcoal, to tell us why are they still doing what they are doing, and how can we actually, for example, transit. It's something we have been doing all over. Apart from that, the college, now college level, through School of Economics, every year it funds an outreach program.
Us as a university, our main role is to research, teach, and also do a community outreach. So the community outreach was targeting mainly women, youth, and then the vulnerable in the community around Makerere, and especially targeting Katanga. So it is to support them into skills development, but through working with a number of several partners. So one, we have given the skills, build capacity in terms of improving their businesses, in terms of the operations, record keeping, how do you market your business, how do you access funding from the different partners, and that is why on board we have come up with a number of partners who give them access to funds. We take them through incubation training using the different university setups and incubation centers. So basically today we're launching an outreach.
Apart from that, many members of staff from the college, including myself, have been invited on a number of panels to discuss different issues of national importance. That if somebody comes out to sit and discuss public debt, you are impacting. If you come out and you sit on the panel discussing revenue issues, you are impacting.
These and many other innovations from public universities, whether ongoing or completed, face challenges in transitioning from prototypes to full implementation. Limited funding remains a major barrier, also hindering efforts to raise community awareness about the potential benefits, as some stakeholders noted.
Despite the fact that a lot of research has been done, we have had a number of challenges also. First of all, funding. Ever since COVID came in, the number of funders has actually reduced, and the amount of funds available has been reducing. So now getting funds like it was in the past, requires a lot of struggle, a lot of putting in a lot of time. So the policy on teaching, which requires some of us to teach 10 hours per week, it's actually really some kind of overload and compromising on the time that will be required to conduct research.
So what's next? How can we make this connection between research and real life even stronger? Participants suggested more inclusive outreach, open innovation hubs, more vigorous government collaborations with the support, especially for youth and women innovators and researchers.
There should be kind of a Silicon Valley I don't know whether you've heard about Silicon Valley in America, whereby they create a village of innovations, and so companies always come to outsource the products from there. So Uganda needs to create, as a government, that area. I've heard they are creating Kapeka, but it seems Kapeka is different from what I'm thinking. Silicon Valley is where every innovator comes and they start doing their thing, and if someone finds it, that product useful, they buy.